On the road at Purdue. This is a team that has given us some fits over the years, but we have a rain game too, which just scares me. When you were the #1 team in the nation, you have a target on your back. When you go face a team like Purdue, which you struggled against some in the past, you have a target on your back. But Marquette Renee is slowly, and I mean slowly, moving down the field. Great couple of plays here. Right back here to Juice Dawson. Juice Dawson picks up a huge gain. This is the best we've seen him running the ball in a minute. Matt Wilson slides over. Wilson tries to cut up a little bit, and they aren't having any of it. He's feeling the pressure. He tries to throw one back to Porter Ryan, and it's going to be incomplete. Forward throws one, and it's just the rain, I guess, got the best of it. We're kicking a field goal here. So Bailey's going to line up for this one. Should be a pretty easy chip shot for him. That one is going to be up. It is going to be good. We take a 3-0 lead. Purdue's had a pretty good drive, but they're right here in midfield, potentially stalling out on a huge 3rd and 10. We send the blitz, and Hancock is going to get just enough yards. Purdue on the right side of the 50. They go with the QB keeper. They pitch it out. Christoph Houston can't quite get the tackle, but we get the rest of the guys over there to stop him after one. Dees is trying to get off the block here. He's going to go for the tackle, and he gets him, but it's only a 3-yard gain. Major 3rd and 6. Purdue knows they need a conversion. It looks like a halfback screen. We kind of sniff it out a little bit too late, but the running back has no idea where he's going as Rodriguez Gibson cleans it up. Now, Purdue is going to line up for a field goal, but honestly, this is a very, very deep field goal from the 33-yard line. This one's going to be up. This one is going to be close. That one is good. It clears by about 5 yards, and they tied it up. Purdue's one of those teams we've struggled against in recent years. They have found a way time and time again to make big plays, and Fullwood just immediately throws one and puts it right back in their hands. Our guys trying to get in the backfield. It doesn't matter. Busby has all the room in the world, and Purdue, they're on top. Last week, the curl routes were absolutely dominant for Cascade Valley, and this week they are the reason why we end up turning the ball over, and we turn it over again. Juice Dawson puts the ball on the ground, and the spoiler makers have the rock right back. Oh my God, the bootleg, it's perfect, but he goes backwards, and Christoph Houston brings Busby down for a loss of 6. Purdue back into center 4. Now it's going to slide around a little bit. Dees has got to watch Busby coming out of the backfield. They go for a quick underneath route. Will Hayes trying to give Fournette. This dude is built different, literally built different. They bring a guy in. We try to get some little bit of pressure here. Almost there. We got a couple of guys. We're able to bring down Eddie Johnson for the first time this afternoon. Fullwood takes the rocks. Says, you know what? Last time I turned the ball over, then we gave it to Juice Dawson who turned it over. Let me do something different. Play action continues, and Fullwood gets obliterated. No one saw the guy on the right side, and he killed Fullwood. The turnovers have kind of hurt us. We've definitely been in what I call chuck it mode at this point, where we're panicking a little bit, throwing the ball probably too much. We just got to focus on getting yards and converting. He throws one, and it goes right to the same guy. You're kidding me, Fullwood. These throws aren't going where we thought they would go, and Purdue's benefiting because of it. Purdue up a touchdown, trying to make it 2 touchdowns here. They go with the quarterback keeper. Owens tries to bring down Johnson, and he still gets 6. Will Hayes had him, gets absolutely obliterated. They're going to try to get all the way in the end zone here. This one is going to be down at the 1-yard line. Busby's going off. Purdue knows there's not a lot of good stuff for their season right now, but they know that they have an opportunity to take down the #1 team in the nation at home. And they might be doing that right now. We have struggled over the years at Purdue, man, and this is more of the same. This is a team that knows they can take us down if we don't have our A game, which we don't have right now. Mixes things up a little bit. Nice little dump off here to Armani Fernie, and Fernie only gets 1 off. That should have been a first. Things are getting hectic here. We are struggling against a Purdue team that we should be absolutely blowing out of the water, and luckily, Juice Dawson, despite the fumble, has been good. Going right back to Dawson, who again is just running through defenders. He's averaging about 10 yards per carry right now. The longer that we let Purdue hold this lead, the worse things are for us, because they're going to get some momentum. They're going to feel like they can win this game, and then we're going to have to crawl back tough. Throws one. He's got Antonio Vaughn, who gets the first down, a big play. He's scrambling, though. He trusts his feet. He's going to get leveled, but he gets the first. A little over 6 minutes left here. Fullwood sees the tight end. Fernie's going to almost break the tackle, and he's got it 1st and goal. Fullwood gets a quick one, but Vaughn drops it on contact. Juice Dawson toting the rock, pushes up the middle, and he's down about the 2-yard line. 1 for 3 and 3rd down conversions. It's been a little bit tough here, but we do have Joe Kendrick in, who specializes in goal line situations. Kendrick's going to take the rock in the end zone. They say he's not. Are you kidding me? Kendrick can't believe it. Juice Dawson comes back in. Purdue's got the middle kind of stacked here. Juice is going to find his way in. Luckily, he gets hit it right at the line, but they say the ball crosses. And Cascade Valley's back in this. We're trying to get a little bit of pressure here in Eddie Johnson. Johnson has all day to throw, and it shows as he finds McCall all the way for a 13 gainer. Purdue looks like they're going with a halfback run here. We got a couple of guys there, and Sam Dees stops that. Seems to be wasting a little bit of time here. We're trying to get our guys over. We got Will Hayes trying to bring him down. He can't. Rodriguez Gibson. This dude is running over our team. Can anyone stop Busby? The answer is no. They opt to pass. We're trying to get some pressure on them. They throw a dot over here. Byers is going to try to bring these guys down, but we are struggling to get them down on the first hit. 1st and goal. We're bringing some pressure. They throw one. Oh my God, what a dot. Carrick Burden. Purdue is on fire. We face some incredible Purdue teams, but man, this might be one of the best. They are putting the hurting on us right now. Over the middle, that one's picked off by Cox. Are you kidding me? 4 turnovers in the first half. Fullwood and his Heisman hopes might be going out the window with this performance. I don't know if we can actually recover from giving up more points at this stage. Busby goes across the middle. They get him for a quick check down. A lot of play action. The quarterback seems to be running, and what a hit this time by Sam Dees. They go for the handoff to the edge. Christoph Houston, I think he made the stop. We're going to call a timeout here because that was a huge play. They hit this one. It's not the end of the world. This one is going to be good. Their kicker is very good. We got to fight back. Big pass here. Mikkel Smith. Haven't seen his name all day, and he gets an 18-yarder. Fullwood and company. Looking for something. Fullwood sees a little bit of room in front of him. He's going to slide. We're going to use our second timeout. 1 timeout remaining. Back at it again. 2nd and 1. Fullwood again. Finds Mikkel Smith. Mikkel Smith absolutely answering the call, and he goes down for a 30-yarder. Fullwood throwing 3 interceptions in the first half has just put us behind the 8 ball. Obviously, Juice Dawson didn't really help us out with his fumble earlier, but this has just been a battle for us today. Fullwood gets brought down in the backfield. That's embarrassing. Our offensive line has to block better. Fullwood scrambling, sees the big fella. That one is so close to being a touchdown, but Fernie drops it at the last second. We need some great blocking on this play. A field goal here is just, it's not the end of the world, but it is not good at all. Juice Dawson can't quite get the blocking he needs. I would love to go for it, but honestly, we need the points that puts it back to a 14-point game. We got to go for it. Take the field goal. So the clock winding down. We're going to line up here. Bailey. Good so far in the day for the field goals. He's going to hit another one here. It's going to cut the lead to 14, but a touchdown would have been so much better. Going into halftime, again, not where we thought we were going to be. Second half, got to be a whole lot better. Welcome back to the Cascade Valley Halftime Show, brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. If you love daily fantasy, whether you're looking for golf, tennis, football, basketball, baseball, whatever sport you're looking for, Underdog Fantasy have it. Even some esports out there. And if you use code GGB when you sign up, 1, you help your boy out, but 2, you help yourself out. They will double your deposit. You put down $25, they'll give you a free 25. You put down $50, they'll give you a free 50. They will literally double your deposit all the way up to $100 just because you use code GGB. So what are you waiting for? Use the link down below in the description. Enjoy the rest of the game. Things have been heating up on the recruiting trail, and look, we got ourselves a kicker. They matter too. Obviously, for those of you that remember Wu Bendy Dace, this guy is very good in my opinion. I think he'll be better off than what we essentially have right now in a kicking spot. No disrespect, but we need to upgrade a little bit. He'll start off with 73 kick power, 78 kick accuracy. Obviously, he will improve, but I think from being a freshman, this is honestly pretty good. We don't really kick that much. Devion Gurley is really the guy we're trying to make sure that we land right now for the remainder of the recruits that we have. He's an 85 overall tackle, and things are looking good. Now, he does have a visit to Indiana this week, which is going to kind of hurt things a little bit, but he visits us in week 12, which means that we should honestly be okay. Jaron Poe feels like just a matter of when, not if at this point. Kirkendall, again, very similar, has a visit coming up in week 12. J.R. Turner, we're climbing up the board for him a little bit. Okay, I'll close my door. I thought my door was closed. That was our special recruiting scouting coordinator that let me know I was being too loud, so let's keep it moving. The good news is, on a Heisman standpoint, Warren Fullwood is still dominating, sits at the top of the board, but Mr. William Brown, the senior running back from Pitt, he's climbing up at 147 and 2 touchdowns on the ground last week, and he is starting to get the momentum that could seat or unseat Warren Fullwood if he doesn't come out with some big games and not turn the ball over. But the most important thing is, from a top 25 standpoint, we're still looking great. We are the #1 team in the nation. We are absolutely dominating there. Cincinnati goes from 5 to #2 with a win over Houston this week. Notre Dame goes up 1. Army goes up from 11 to 4. It's probably the highest we've really seen Army ranked in a very long time. USC, even though they lost to us, only goes to 6. They are still within the playoff grand scheme of things. Alabama, Oklahoma, some of the blue bloods are sort of moving their way up at this point. You're seeing Penn State and Michigan kind of climb up a little bit. BYU falls back a couple of spots, and Florida State stays right there at 25. But I do want you guys to put some respect on Warren Fullwood's name in the entire NCAA right now. He is 3rd in passing yards with 2,142 with plenty of time to go. From a touchdown perspective, he's right there in the top 10 as well, sitting behind a couple of guys. Interceptions, maybe he's tied for the league lead. It's not a big deal. The defense comes out and plays incredibly well to start, and we're going to see Purdue not do anything with the rock to start this half. Now, our guys are out here. The coverage has just been stupendous, and Forward gets hit late. They got to call that. We had so many plays that looked like they were good, and Forward tries to flip it over like he normally does, and Purdue has just been, again, watching more film than we could have possibly imagined. They know what we're doing. Run game, again, has been very good. We're going right back to it here. Juice Dawson, not the fastest. If he can ever get his speed up, he will be so much better. That being said, we got a dude coming in next season that's going to be absolutely a stud. Potentially could be in there as a freshman. I don't know if he's going to be starting per se, but he's definitely going to be getting some PT. And look at Armani Furtney getting back inside of the red zone. Dawson a Forward in the backfield. Read option has been mostly pretty good today. Forward tries to juke, but man, it is not the same in this rain. Kendrick got stopped in the goal line earlier today. Comes up here, cuts back, and it's not there either. Looking for his guys. Doesn't quite have anything. Forward has to get rid of it. Are you kidding me? It looks like a field goal is coming up for Cascade Valley again. It's disheartening to have such a good drive and have it end in only 3 points. The good news is, at least we have some points. The bad news is, we're down 11 now. The one positive we have right now is the defense has been playing so good in the second half. Eddie Johnson got sacked in the last play. He's looking for something. We're trying to stop this guy. Are you kidding me? He nearly goes all the way for the fourth and inches. Please punt this. What happened? Purdue does appear to be punting that, but that almost went into being a first down, which should have never even been that remotely close. Good news, it's not down to the 1. The bad news is it's at the 2-yard line. We got a really long drive to try to put points on the board again. It is an uphill battle for Cascade Valley, and Juice Dawson remains to be running well. Without that fumble earlier, he would be the player of the game by far. Forward's going to keep it for a second. Forward getting to the edge, pitches it out to Mr. Wilson. Wilson looks pretty good on that 13-yard run. Forward is just trying to find ways to get his playmakers involved right now. Oh, they left Forward wide open. Forward's out here on the edge. Ferdy with a great block. Forward is trying to show off the speed. Forward is going to get caught after 36 yards. Are you kidding me? How do you catch a man that fast? I guess I'll have to blame it on the rain because that has obviously slowed a lot of our guys down. A lot of our speed advantage hasn't really been a speed advantage because the rain is just way too difficult to make this field run through. Purdue stacks the box. Juice Dawson, he gets 2. We have nearly double the total yards of Purdue today, but it doesn't feel like it. Look at Joe Kendrick in the end zone. Finally, we have got a big pass play that led to it being a touchdown, and Cascade Valley's right back in it. With this game being a 5-point game, if we go for 2, we're only down 3. A field goal, which we've already kicked a bunch of today, would be major. So we're going to go for 2 here and see if we can actually get a conversion. No, we got a whole lot of guys there that are trying to stop him, and Busby will not go down. He gets the positive gain, and he gets the first. Purdue's out here in a power formation, hitting us with a little play action. They throw one. Simmons! Desmond Simmons goes up and he gets it, and that is going to give Cascade Valley the first turnover they finally had. Look at the true freshman step up. Eddie Johnson has not really tried the ball down the field much, but man, he has just been so good at dinking and dunking so far this afternoon. And I don't really know why Juice Dawson stopped there. Fakes him out a little bit. Juice Dawson finally gets a reception that goes for a good gain. Forward knows the squad needs something. He finds his guy Jalen Clark, and Jalen Clark 16 yards later is right there. Juice Dawson runs into his own man. Can't quite get out of the backfield really. We end the third quarter, still down 5. Forward finds Wilson. He gets a foot down for 14. Forward feels that pressure, but the middle of the field's wide open. He cuts back to the right-hand side, and he gets 11 on that carry. Forward sees his tight end. He's going to find Ferdy, and Ferdy's in the end zone for the first time today. Cascade Valley, finally, after taking the 3-0 lead and being down the rest of the game, they're back on top. And again, because of the point differential, coach wants to go ahead and go for 2 here. This will put us in a good spot. Forward's going to find Jalen Clark, who has been super reliable today, and that's going to be another conversion, or the first conversion, really, which gives us a 3-point lead. Trying to answer back in this drive. They're going with a halfback screen. We figured it out. Eddie Johnson goes for a loss of 11. They got a punt now. Cascade Valley has fought and clawed back. They are on top in this game. They just got to play smart, and they can walk out of here with a W. And honestly, with how good our defense has played, I think if we get a touchdown on this drive, that's all she wrote if you're a Purdue fan. He throws one. Antonio Vaughn, are you kidding me? The one-handed grab to keep the drive alive? Are you kidding me? Antonio Vaughn continues to show you why he's special. I mean, what an unbelievable play to make sure the Cascade Valley doesn't have to punt. And then we followed up with that play, of course. This is none of those. None of those. Not one. 5 minutes left in this game. We obviously probably have a chance to get the ball back here, but Jaquez Ness just had his absolute ankles torched, and it's not even close. Our guys have just got to make Eddie Johnson fumble or feel a little bit more pressure than that. We're trying to get a little bit of pressure there, but again, it's Eddie Johnson with all day to throw. Blitz, 22-yard gain still. Purdue is starting to go down the field, dinking and dunking. Johnson out here running, and it's another big gain for Purdue. Dees almost gets there. Lanier can't quite get there, and Gibson tackles him. Then Julian Rex on back-to-back plays makes us pay. This time for 7. Fullwood feels the pressure. They're playing him, honestly, pretty well. Fullwood, though, smartly out of bounds after a nice 16-yard gain. Dawson, great run up the middle. He's going to fight for his bread. He's down after a 16-yarder. Fullwood sets his feet, throws one. That's a beautiful dot out here to Clark, and Clark's going to be inside the 20 now. Giving Juice Dawson a medium break. Kendrick up the middle. I like it. It's a 9-yard gain. We obviously want to get this conversion. And they stop him, making it 3rd and 1. So Joe Kendrick comes in, short yardage situation, and he does what we need him to do. It's not get in the end zone, but to get the first down. Remember, Purdue still has all their timeouts. Dawson is going to get there. He's going to slide down right in front of the goal line, which is perfect. We want to give them under a minute left if we're going to get in the end zone. Fullwood hands it off to Dawson. Dawson, they stand him up with a 1. Honestly, this could be best case scenario for us. We'll take this. We need to give ourselves a little bit of time. What a pancake block by 60 on the edge. Juice Dawson is in the end zone, and we are going to go up 3 points, assuming the extra point is good, with 10 seconds left in the game. So Purdue actually looks like they called a timeout. Forgot they had timeouts here. We're dropping our guys deep. We know what he'll do. We know a Hail Mary's coming up. They float one. We got guys back there. It's going to be close. He catches it. Purdue just did the unthinkable. Purdue has just done something I never thought could happen. We gave up an unbelievable amount of points in the first half. We fought back, and with 10 seconds left in this game, 6 seconds left on offense, they get a Hail Mary in the end zone to take down the #1 team in the nation. Who would have thought? Recapping the stats in a heartbreaker game. Fullwood, the 4 interceptions, just wasn't it. Yes, we saw a fumble by Juice Dawson on the ground, but still, I have to attribute this loss to not really the defense, but to Fullwood, because he put the defense in a really bad spot time and time again. Dawson goes for 128 and 2 touchdowns. Fullwood goes for 97 yards. Kendrick gets a couple. Wilson gets a couple out there as well. On the receiving side, Ferdy was big with 47 yards and 1 touchdown. Joe Kendrick being the other person to get the touchdown on that big 4 verticals play we had late in the game. On the blocking side, not much to talk about. Defensive side, these guys were just in shambles all game because of what Fullwood did. We see 2 sacks by Amir Carson, 1 by Anderson, and 1 by Pat Hill. Interceptions, 1 by Desmond Simmons, which was a huge one, but it's Fullwood really that let us down in this game. Yes, the Hail Mary sucks, and that receiver catching that ball is what it is, but Fullwood, he has to be better if he wants to get this team back in the national title run, which for now, losing to an unranked team as a #1 team in the nation, I'm not sure if that can happen. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.